Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is petplatypus here, and it's time to review One Piece episode 672, I believe. So yeah, this was a pretty good episode of One Piece. I'm just going to talk about the technicals real fast. Animation, good enough, it was fine. The scene where Trable slams the ship in, and then he does he reveals that his stuff is flammable, and he uses the lighter and blows everything up. That was all good animation. I liked that a lot. The rest of it was fine. The pacing, noticeably slower than the last couple episodes, but no slower than most One Piece episodes. I mean, One Piece has been doing this kind of pacing since, any sloppy thriller bark. This is how the One Piece anime is paced. I can't really knock it for being exactly what it is. When it gets noticeably slower than it usually is, then I can complain, but this is just how the One Piece anime is, so yeah. Pacing, whatever. Slower than the last couple episodes, not favorable, but it was decent enough, I guess. The story progression, once again, the stuff with the Tontatas and Usopp and everything, that has really solid story progression. Everything else, meh, Toy Soldier got away, Tontatas are helping him get away from Lao G. That moved a tiny bit. The Coliseum stuff moved a tiny bit. Diamante is going to reveal who killed Rebecca's mom. And I'm not going to say who it was, but if you remember Diamante's little finger gun at Rebecca during that little additional filler entrance that he had, the answer's right there for you, but that's why I loved that foreshadowing that they added in the anime that wasn't in the manga. But, yeah, and he fucking smashes her across the head with this fucking huge bat thing. That was pretty badass. Her helmet just, fucking explodes, and there's, blood and helmet pieces. That was a really cool shot, actually. And, yeah, he's about to reveal who killed her mom. And, yeah. We also get the Toy Soldier's identity, because, like I said, Trable, over-the-top, explosion, not destroys the Tontata, but Usopp finds Leo, and Leo's like, we have to, trust the captain, or, the commander, he's our dude, we can put all our faith in him, and Usopp's like, why? He's a one-legged toy. And they're like, well, he's fucking Kairos, the top gladiator who never lost a fight, only one injury, obviously that's the leg. Some people obviously would have been able to predict this. It's not super mind-blowing surprising, but it's still really good to have that confirmation, that reveal is really good. And, yeah, we get a flashback, too, of stuff we kind of already knew, but it's more elaborated on. We see him saying, don't enter this, tournament, you're gonna lose. We see the full scene of what Rebecca says to him and how upset she gets, and, the scenes of how angry the Tontata are and how angry some of the people are about how it was a false... We're not even angry. How sad they were that it was a false report that Doflamingo was going to step down, and yeah. So, I mean, it's really just a flashback to establish, once again, just how shitty their situation is and that they've been doing this for a decade. When you say 10 years, I mean, years get thrown around in anime and manga a lot, but when you really think about it, a decade, an entire fucking decade of this shitty-ass situation. And when they finally had hope, splatted down, just fucking pancaked into the ground, and they're like, fuck it, today is the day. Because they had a feeling, they were like, this is going to be the longest day in One Piece history. They were like, they knew this was going to be the longest day in One Piece history. They were like, let's do this. Because literally, in the manga and the anime, if you haven't noticed, this entire arc has been one day. And manga readers know how fucking impossible that should be. Anime watchers should also know how impossible that is, but yeah. The entire arc is one day, which is kind of a problem, I guess, but it's a very minor nitpick. So, yeah. I like this episode to a certain extent. It's not the greatest episode ever, but I thought it had good story progression in one part, decent-ish, meh story progression, not very much in the other parts. The animation was fine, good in some areas. The overall pace of the episode was kind of slow, so I'd probably set this around a 6.8-ish area episode. I mean, it did have that good reveal and really establishing what the shitty situation that they're in, reestablishing it and kind of elaborating on a couple of things. But yeah, not a super mind-blowing great episode. Like I said, I'd probably give it a 6.8, 7 out of 10 area. Okay to good episode, decent. So yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Tell me what you guys thought of this episode of One Piece in the comments below. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.